Hi, in this video we're going to show you a nice free tool you could use to easily manage user accounts on your computer. So you probably know if you go to the Windows settings and then to accounts, you can see your user account, and you can go to other users and manage them from there. So you can see you have this Microsoft account and this local account. And then of course you could always type in netplwiz in the search box, bring up the user accounts and manage them from here. This is kind of the old school way of doing it, but it still works fine. Alright, so the tool we're going to be using is called Quick User Manager. So you just download the executable, nothing to install, so we just run it. So you'll get a listing of your accounts here, and you'll even see other accounts that don't show up in the other methods that we just saw here, like the built-in administrator, default account, guest, and then these other built-in accounts down here as well. Alright, so if we click on one, so let's say we want to enable the local administrator, there is a command you could run from the command line to do so, but all you would have to do is come here, uncheck the box, and that's it. And then you could set a password if you want, because by default there is no password. So let's save the changes and see what happens here. Okay, so now if we go to our login screen here, you can see we now have administrator on the list. Okay, so we'll disable that again. Another thing we could do, if we go to this Microsoft account here, you could disable it, remove it from the welcome screen. You can't change a password for a Microsoft account even in the regular Windows method. So if we try and do that, it says there's an error here, but on this guy here, a local account, we could do so. Okay, so that worked just fine. All right, so going back to this account here, let's remove it from the welcome screen. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, now you can see Cindy's gone from the welcome screen, but the administrator is still there because I did not save the changes, so we'd have to go back to that. Like so. Now we could put her back on the welcome screen here. Then you could also come here and change the user account. So right now she's a standard user. I could make her administrator just like that. And of course we have the other options here, such as password can't be changed, password not required. You could set the password to be expired, auto log in the user. And then you have the same options here for local accounts. So let's try to auto log in this user here. Okay, so we're going to have to put in the password for this to happen. Okay, so let's do a quick reboot here and see if that user gets automatically logged in. Okay, so that worked. So let's go back to the other account here. All right, then down here we have an option to change the picture if we want to do that. Delete the user account, and then we could also create a new account. Okay, we'll just call this Bob. We'll make it a standard user. We'll skip the password, click on create account. All right, so now we have Bob. So if we switch users again here, sign in with no password. And then of course, since we are setting up a new user here, we have to go through this whole getting things ready for you screen when it sets up the new profile. So we'll just fast forward through this. All right, now we have our new user account. All right, so let's log this guy out. Okay, so now let's delete Bob here. Then we could also delete the user files and folders, delete account. So it says you need to reboot to remove all the files belonging to that user profile. We're not going to worry about that now. And one thing you notice too is you can't delete the user account that you're logged in as, and you also can't change the privilege of the account that you're logged in as. All right, then they also have this link up here to launch their local account profile fixer. So I haven't tried this yet, but supposedly it'll help you fix user accounts if you have a problem with them. I think it'll make a temporary account and log you in with that, and then you could try to fix your account from there. All right, so as you can see, it's a nice little tool you could use to easily manage your user accounts all from one place. And the best part, I think, is how easy it is to create a new local account without having to go through the whole process of setting up security questions and putting in passwords and having Microsoft keep bugging you to not set up a local account, but rather a Microsoft account, which gets kind of annoying if you've ever done that before. All right, so I'll put a link in the description where you could download a quick user manager, and then you could check it out for yourself. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.